So what is a flaneur? There's no direct English translation for this word, like the German word schadenfreude, but it's a quintessentially French word, which is apropos since we're here in the middle of Paris. A flaneur is the description of the act of sauntering around a city and merely observing it individually. That this is a thing you can do, that there is actually honor and presence in simply walking around a city and drinking everything in and being very aware and very present. So how did I become interested in this very obscure and erudite French word, flaneur? Well, it was about 9 years ago, and I was getting my start in photography, and I was flying through Paris. I was connecting at Orly, and I really wanted to go take photos of Paris, but I was only here for like 2 hours. And I thought, well, maybe I'll pretend to be sick, and I'll get off the airplane for 24 hours, and I'll just go explore the city and take photos and just have a great time. So I got on the metro, and I went into downtown Paris, and I just got lost for 24 hours. I had no particular destination. I didn't know what I wanted to see or when I wanted to see it, but I merely walked around the city, observing it, loving it, and I was just mesmerized by everything. And I thought that I had discovered something, discovered this idea of just like walking around a city and not even really doing anything, but being part of the city while taking photos. So while walking around, I ended up in the Musée d'Orsay, and I went to go look at some Impressionist paintings, and I saw Le Déjeuner Célèbre by Edouard Manet, and I was awestruck. I couldn't believe how gorgeous this thing was. And then it occurred to me at that moment that all the great Impressionists actually painted in HDR, which was the same thing I was doing with photography. So this was a huge revelation, and it made me really want to study the Impressionists. And of course, they actually did use modern technology for the time. Right before this, everyone had painted in studios, and thanks to modern oil paints, they were able to go out and study the light directly. And at the same time, Baudelaire and other great writers came up with this term of a flaneur, this person that would just walk around a city and enjoy it. After Paris had been redesigned by Napoleon III, the streets were wide and people would walk around and just observe how beautiful of a city it was. And no one did this better than the Impressionists, because they would go out, they would take their canvases, they would take their oil paints, and they would capture the light immediately as it was just then. And it occurred to me, that's not that different than what we're doing as modern day photographers, using modern technology, modern cameras, modern post-processing tools to capture the light the way it is. So I think going out and engaging in a city, engaging in a place, taking photos, being a modern day flaneur, this is a nobleman's profession.